Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lainey and I love beauty and makeup. If you can hear grunting or sneezing, farting in the background, my daughter's awake. We are currently getting ready for her doctor's appointment, which I have to be leaving for very shortly. So I have primed my skin with my Holy Hydration e.l.f. moisturizer. And now I am using the Professional from Benefit. And I'm just trying to do it real quick. I'm currently the only one not ready. So I'm just trying to be quick about it. She woke up this morning and decided she was going to spit up all over this side of my bed, on my side of the bed I should say. So she's already gotten a bath. She is currently awake and watching me get ready. So I like to use the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape as a kind of foundation, and then I just put powder on top of it. I don't really put thick or heavy coverage foundations on, just because for some reason they always look cakey on me. I can never figure out why or how to prevent it. I try a beauty blender to help shear it out, and it still looks cakey. And then I try using less. That does not help. And then I also, like on the tip of my nose, for some reason, doesn't hold on to foundation very well. I will say a lot of times when I was using the thicker foundations, I was using the Milk Hydration Primer, the grippy primer, so I don't know if maybe that was it. What are you doing? You're talking up a storm over there. She is in the stage where she is starting her little baby coos and different sounds. And then she's also smiling a lot. Are you okay? So today, while I am getting ready, I kind of wanted to talk about why I think, as far as eyeshadow goes, because I can't say anything about foundation or concealer, but why indie eyeshadow is better than name brand, like Too Faced and things of that nature, or even, you know, drugstore makeup like Maybelline. And I've heard there's a lot of good drugstore makeup lately, but I prefer just to stick with indie because it's a pretty safe bet. It's not usually, can't say always, but usually it's not hit and miss. They are pretty steady with their formulas. But I think compared to eyeshadow like Too Faced, and I'm trying to think of the other big ones and I'm just drawing a blank. But indie eyeshadow is a lot more colorful, pigmented, and cheaper. Indie means that it is owned by a one person, or two if it's like a couple. And the non-indie brands or mainstream are more of business owned. They have investors. So they have a larger money flow, but their products are not always as good. With indie, they really put themselves on the line, so I feel like that is why the majority of the time their formulas are really good. I'm not sure what happens when there is the one-offs. I mean, there are some brands that people just don't like. You know, due to formula issues or moral issues. I know that's been a big thing. Brands and people get canceled due to moral issues. Even if they have a really good formula, people will boycott for the simple fact that they did something that was not acceptable. And if you follow the news about the bigger YouTubers, they kind of went into depth over one of them, which was Inslee Rain. That's an expensive indie brand, but they had talked about them liking some things that as a brand or brand page on Instagram they should not have been doing. It was Instagram or TikTok. But regardless, it offended a lot of people, and rightfully so. As you know, an individual having your own views is on you, but when you are a brand or on a brand page, you have to make sure that you are representing the brand in a way that is respectful to other people. And if you're not, then you are going to lose your base. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you prefer as far as indie versus mainstream? Do you think mainstream has a leg up on certain things that the indie brands do not? I would say mainstream probably has. I feel like mainstream probably has a leg up on foundations or powders, concealers, just because they have the money to throw at different formulas and try out different things, whereas indie brands may not have the funds to do something like that. So I know eyeshadows, I definitely think indie brands are winning in that area. Mascara, it really depends on your preference. I know I've been using the Blend Bunny mascara and I quite like it. Before I was using, I want to say it was Tarte. I believe it was the Tarte Better Than Sex mascara. I haven't really gotten to try a lot of brow products. I'm not really big into brows. I know they're important and they help frame the face, but it's just never something that I have been super into. And before I forget, today we are using the Muse palette because Cosmic Brushes is going to be doing away with this palette when that sells out. Or I'm sorry, after the restock. There's going to be a restock, and then once that's gone, the palette will be gone. And here is the color story. I know my lighting is a bit wonky. I have ordered some lights, so I'm just waiting for those to come in. But I'm starting with the shade Softly. I do have swatches that I can insert for you. And I know in one of my previous videos where I talked about Cosmic Brushes doing restocks and discontinues, I have swatches of 'Tis the Season, Muse, Sinister, and Wonderland, because those are the 4 main ones that were talked about, besides the 2 that are currently sold out and are coming back into stock in the spring. And I'm going to pick those up, and then once I do, I'll be able to do a ranking, which I'm kind of excited for, but at the same time, I don't know how I'm going to do it because they have really great stuff. The formula is really good. The colors are really good. I know the Lovers palette, the Lovers palette that I did a blue look with the other day, when I was dashing, I actually got quite a few compliments from the cashiers. They really liked the look. And it's always reassuring, and it feels good to hear other women tell you that they like your makeup. Okay, that's not building up as quickly as I need it to. I am going into Nueve, I believe it's called, and putting that on the inner half. The shade, I've noticed that some of these shades come off really light, because in the pan it's packed and it looks opaque, but then when you swatch it or actually try to apply it, it comes off a lot more sheer. And it's always harder to do my right eye. And I will say that I forgot to put primer on. I know I put, so that might be part of the issue. But it's too late to go back now. So we are gonna have to make this work. If you hear a rooster, my neighbors have a rooster. And he is currently letting us know it's time to get up. Which luckily for me, I was already up. All right. Next, I'm gonna go in with Filigree, which is a darker green. It's very pretty. That is a really pretty green. I like that. I will say that this palette is pretty versatile. It does have neutrals. It has greens, pinks. So it can definitely go colorful, grungy, or neutral without being a rainbow palette. She's not happy. She's trying to fall back asleep. I think she hears that rooster. So that is what that looks like. And I'm going to take the EO3 brush. If you guys have seen my other videos, you know this is one of my favorite brushes. I'm going to go back into Softly and just blend the outer corners. Or I shouldn't say the outer edges. But yeah, as I was saying about indie versus mainstream, I want to know what you guys prefer. Do you prefer some things from mainstream, some things from indie? And what do you prefer from each? Because I think it's really cool to know what other people like, especially if they are like-minded or have a similar skin type, similar preferences. Oh, I almost threw my brush. I'm not going to be doing my lower lash line today, just because I am on a time crunch. And you can probably hear my cat meowing outside my door because I have my door closed. It's pretty. I'm going to take Inspire, which is a green shimmer. I'm going to put that on the inner half. And then I'm going to put this on the patina on the outer half. And today I'm actually going to use a brush, which I know I don't normally do. So I'm going to take the Singe EO4 and I'm going to spray it. Because I did already do my base. Oh, that looks so pretty. A brush is more accurate than your fingers. So that's the upside of using a brush. And when you spray it, it can still give you that really opaque payoff. And then of course, Cosmic Brushes has really good quality too. And what I have learned from other YouTubers is to spray your brush after you pick up product, because if you're using certain setting sprays, they have alcohol in them and it can dry out your shimmers if it mixes in with it, and you don't want that because that will make your palettes go bad. Now if it's water-based, that's not as big an issue, but also spraying helps prevent fallout and can help increase wear time. I know in a lot of my videos I block what I'm doing with the palette, and I am trying not to do that. Oh, that is so pretty. I know when I used the Lovers palette, I was trying to do a green eye and it turned out blue. So I know it's definitely green this time. So just put that on. It's definitely a Monday morning. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I certainly do. Oh, that is so pretty. I like that. All right, so that is one of the looks from Muse. I know I'm gonna do a palette ranking at the end of the year, and all of the palettes that I buy this year, I'm going to include. So I know I'm already up to 15 palettes that I'm gonna have to rank, and it's only the second month because I went on a little bit of a shopping spree at the end of January. All right, I'm going in with the matte color access. This is something that I'm actually trying to use up. I don't have a lot of eyeliners. I think I have 3 and they're all black. But I am trying to use them up before I buy anything else. I did have the Odin's Eye collection, but I actually ended up getting rid of those because they dried out and tugged. Oh, that's not good. Give me a second to clean this up. All right, I am back. It's not perfect, but it is not a large streak. I almost did it again. Almost did it again. I try not to tug on my eyes because it's not good for them. All right. Curl the lashes. I need a new lash curler. I know I just replaced the cushion on this one, but I don't know. I don't really feel like this lash curler does anything. And then this is the Blend Bunny Lash Perfecting Mascara that I've been using. I do 2 coats. And I typically don't do the bottom lashes just because it makes a mess. For me anyway. I think some people can do it really easily and it looks really good. I'm not one of those people. Yeah, I want to say this mascara was like $6 or $8. Not expensive. And I think it works really well. I like the brush. I don't feel like it makes my lashes clump. That's the one thing I cannot stand is clumpy lashes. And then I'm gonna let that first layer dry while I do blush and highlight. I know I'm supposed to be using something from all of my collection that's new or that I haven't tried yet, but I really love the Singe Beauty blushes. So I'm using Riveting Rhubarb, yeah, on my cheeks today. It is just the softest, prettiest pink. And I'm really not a big pink person, but for blush, I love how you can shear these out or build them up, and they look really good. I need to order the rest of these Singe Beauty brushes. I know there was an expansion to the eyeshadow brushes. I need to pick those up. And then I also need to get the face brushes. Because if they are as good as the eyeshadow brushes, I will be super happy. So it's just like, I know on camera you can't see it as well. I can't wait for my new lights to come in. And then for the highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Friday the 13th. It just looks like this. I really do enjoy Glamlights highlighters. They're not chunky. For the most part, they're pretty smooth. The only one that I'm not a super big fan of that I've tried so far is the Coca-Cola. That one is a little bit chunkier, and I'm not a big fan of the red flecks that you get from it. I don't know, the shadow from my headband. You may not be able to see it a little bit. And then for the lips, I'm just gonna go in with the NYX Fat Oil in the clicky stick. I don't like the fat oil in the tube with the doe foot. I feel like it's really thick and I don't like the way it feels on the lips for some reason. But I do enjoy the clicky stick version of it. The shimmer in this you can kind of feel on your lips. And it's just this one. The other one, I don't know where it went. It's somewhere. This is the one, No Filter Needed. There's another one that's kind of this color. I think it might be in my daughter's diaper bag. The one that I don't like because of the color is, because I got these as a trio. That was a brush. Is the red one that says Double Tap. I'm not a big fan of this color. If I use it, it'll be for like a nighttime lip moisturizer. And then I'm going to go in with my second coat of mascara, and that will be the look. So that is it, except for the hair. My hair looks a little crazy. Might as well just finish getting ready on camera. So it's really cold outside and windy. So I need a haircut. My ends are fried. But I've almost got all of the bleach cut out from where I had almost white hair 2 years ago. So that is always nice. I know yesterday when I put my hair up, I just did a loose knot. I'm thinking when I get it cut instead of layers, because the layers always grow out weird, I might just do a one length cut. Try and get my bangs into the rest of my hair. I don't know, what do you guys think? What haircuts do you prefer? I've done the layers for as long as I can remember. Figured maybe it's just time. something new might be nice. I don't know, you can barely see my dog in the back. That is Rocky. All right, so that is the Muse palette. And I will see you all tomorrow. If you liked the look, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be notified tomorrow when I upload. Have a great day.